Stay black in America. Don't leave, don't go anywhere. Greatest country in the world for a black man or a black woman. Your ancestors have been through over 400 years of slavery, Reconstruction, redlining, Jim Crow, all types of racism. Civil rights knocked in the door. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and all the civil rights leaders and warriors died and bled, dug all deep roots in here, dug all kind of bridges. You can be anything you want to be in America. There's been a man of color, been a president, vice president, dean of universities, Supreme Court justices, corporation heads, teachers, anything you can imagine, dentists, doctors, lawyers, I mean anything you can imagine you can achieve here in America. So why be psyched out and go on someplace else? Why be looking at only one dimension of what somebody's saying that you've been through and want to run and go someplace else? Black people in America are the 15th greatest economy in the world. America is the #1 greatest economy in the world. If you want to rise, rise here. So today I'm going to talk about stress. I used to thought stress was a joke when I was a younger man when people talk about stress. What is stress? Is that real? So let me see. Pressure or tension exerted on material or an object. Number 2, a state of mental or emotional stress or tense or tension resulting from adverse or very demanding circumstances. And 3, he obviously is under a lot of stress. Okay? Stress is merely a puzzle to be dismantled one at a time. Stress is proportionate to your caring. Strength is the ability to remain unstirred by world currents around you. Okay. Unreasonable expectations create stress. No wise man pursues stress that has no reward. Okay. I hear those things about stress. So let me tell you about stress. Okay. I thought stress again was a joke. I said, man, what is stress? You know, stress. He's under stress, and that's affecting him. You know. So emotional and mental. How can that tend to affect your body? So what happens is that, say you're a guy like me, you don't believe in stress. You're 48 years old. You've been conducting business for over 25 years. So your place of business is maybe up for sale. You know, you're looking to venture out into another business. I don't know how you're going to do that, and trying to make it happen. But you really like this business because it's been very successful for you. So there's going to be a sale going on, maybe an estate sale. So you jockey for your position. You say, okay, it's a $469,000 purchase, 2007, 15 years ago, because it's 2022 now. $469,000. So I take a home that I worked my life to pay off for that was praised at $350,000 then. And I had to take out a loan for $119,000 to come up with $469,000. But granted, I'm totally out of debt. My youngest child is 14, the next is 17, 18, 19. So, you know, I'm pretty much straight. So this decision I made to buy my Lulu convenience store. We used to be a family store, then turned to my store back in 1985, and I've been running it all this time. Now it's up for sale, right? So I get it, right? The deal works through, and I get the store. 2007 is kind of like a depression year, right before Obama was elected president. So what happens? Where I'm living at, this jurisdiction where I'm living in the United States, decides that despite it being a kind of like depression, recession like depression, we're going to take our local property taxes up. I'm thinking like, hey, wow, that's horrible. And then all of a sudden, because we think our water system is over 100 and some years old and our pipes are starting to bust, we're going to create this thing called impervious water bill, which means we're going to charge people water bill for anything on their property that's not grass and dirt. So if you got a cement walkway, asphalt driveway, anything, well, if you're like me, you got a huge property that has a lot of asphalt and cement on it. So my particular property went from paying 2 water bills for 2 buildings here to paying 5 water bills. So I'm paying 5 water bills. My taxes have increased it 14%, 15% in just over 1 year. And I've sold I gave away a home that I paid for, totally paid for. You know, I took on some debt that I was out of debt. So I got $469,000 I'm out of, and all these other things coming at me. So I'm wondering, how am I going to meet these obligations paying? And then, despite the economy being low, so clientele starts to drop off, money starts to dry up. Man, you're talking about stress. So I found out what stress really is. Okay, this is what stress is medically. When you go through stress because of an emotional or demanding situation you're in, you're constantly thinking about it and you're trying to find ways to make the situation better, your veins constrict, which means they tighten up, almost like a snake around you, tighten your body up so you can't breathe. Your veins constrict, which means the oxygen and blood flow going through your body constricts, which brings about an induced kind of heart attack. A heart attack induced by stress. I found myself laid out in a hospital. It used to be a hospital called Providence here. Now it's some kind of a wellness center. I was laid out in Providence emergency room. Woke up on a gurney, little tubes and stuff in me, and they asked me, well, they looked at, say your heart and everything looks great. We don't see what's wrong with you. What's going on with you? I said, well, got a lot of situations. They said, well, yeah, that's stress. Stress brings that about. I said, my goodness. So if somebody would have said it a long time ago, is this what stress, the effects of stress does on you? I don't know if I would have made a better decision, avoided or not avoided. But nevertheless, stress is a horrible thing, man. So anybody going through stress, I pray that you can find a way to relieve it as soon as possible before your veins start restricting, your airflow starts cutting short, and you feel like you're breathing, but you're not, no air is going into your lungs. So stay black in America, don't go anywhere. Greatest country in the world for black men and black women. You can be anything you want to be here. So stay here, subscribe to my channel, and stress for real, man. Bye.